I'd like to make 2 points here to the men. I'm going to also address the women after, but first to the men, and the subject is going to be about the night of the wedding. So obviously this is pertaining to the couples that have not had interactions with other partners beforehand. I want to explain to the men the mindset that they need to go into this experience with. So you need to preempt what's going to happen by imagining what's going to happen. And this takes place weeks before the wedding. It's sort of where you can see yourself as the person you would like to be in this situation before you actually get into this situation. And so what do I mean? So you need to attach the thought to an action, which means you'd have to think and fantasize about what is going to take place, and you'd have to write down how you would like to behave for the mind to be able to change the default subconscious knee-jerk reaction, which if you don't do this, you are going to experience going into this situation. And I have heard that this is what happens. So I'm trying to tell you that taking the several weeks beforehand to work with a counselor on learning how to control your mind by using this method will help you be able to focus on your wife, which is your primary focus. We're all going to have, obviously we want to have an orgasm, but that's not the focus really of this night, because you've never been with this person before, and it's an extremely vulnerable situation for her to be in after her, being told her whole life to cover up, and the whole thing with the modesty thing, and to now be in this revealed state before her husband is an extremely, it's a lot for a woman, and you need to be sensitive and go in there with knowing that. So by coming in there like, with all of your hormones and like the bull in the china shop is going to have an impact on the way you guys are going to relate to each other from that time forward. So you want to walk away from this experience with a positive, that we had a positive time here and we want to do this again. So it is a lot on you how this is going to go. So I suggest you find somebody. I do this. There's, I could help you find other people who could help you, but you need to seriously take this part on. Also, I recommend that you don't disrobe completely until she disrobes, because coming together too quickly with skin tactile stimulation is going to set you off quicker. So I suggest staying in your briefs and your t-shirt and going at her pace. And in order for you to do that, you do have to have this training beforehand. When you are looking for a chassan teacher, you need to seek out someone who's going to teach you technique here, and not technique to look, like we said, looking for body parts on the woman to turn her on. We're not talking about that here. We need technique in learning how to control ourselves so that we can create a self-confidence that you can take with you into other experiences, because you need to be able to have your own back. If you're going to do something and you make a decision to do something, you want to know that you can carry it through and, do what you say. So by making this decision ahead of time, you'll be able to come into this situation totally different, and the whole experience will be totally different because you did that, and it will be because you took the time to do this for yourself and for her, but mostly for yourself. Okay.